Faded.
Zoom. Woke.
Coyote.
Cancel
Ratchet.
culture.
Non-binary.
Bubble.
COVIDiot.
Digital blackface.
Long hauler.
Words change. They mutate. Morph. Change tense. Change meaning, and new words are created. Old words fall out of usage. Expressions that everyone is using this week may very well fall out of favor in a month. And a paragraph that made perfect sense 5 years ago might sound really strange now. Journey Writers presents Word of the Month. Original poetry, prose, essays, and commentaries written by Journey Writers members exploring our ever-changing language.
Journey Writers' word of the month for this month is clocked.
The clock room. I clocked out of work early to get here in the late night and stand here in this room among the clocks. There were too many clocks. Their ticking and talking were overwhelming in the dead silence. The clocks not only told time, but they told history. Each clock with its own story was like another stratum, revealing hints about the Earth's history. It told you about the family in that time, in that place, when they acquired it. There'd been a familial obsession with clocks. Once, one of my aunts had even clocked her sister over one in a tag sale. However, I was not there for the clocks. I was there for the phone. It was newer than most of the clocks, but it was still old, connected to the wall. A wire hung out of it like the uncut umbilical cord of a newborn. It was the only number they had to call me when the hour came. So I stood there in the storm of ticks and tocks, staring at the clocks. Clock, I said aloud. Clock, clock, clock. Quite a strange word. Once an onomatopoetic epithet for a bell, now a house of gears that tells you how much of your life you were spending staring at it. Each clock was cared for with a jealous obsession, dusted and winded. Daylight savings must have been nothing more but an annoying chore in this house. Each clock was the shepherd of too much family drama. It was quite fortunate that clocks were made with hands and not eyes or ears to bear witness to their history, or else I would consider setting the place on fire to put the clocks out of their misery. I'm Liam Marshall Butler for Journey Writers.
Stopping the clocking. Imagine a world where no one could get clocked because no one was worried about passing. In the trans world, to get clocked is to be revealed for being transgender. Passing as a cisgender male or female is the only way to avoid getting clocked. Getting clocked, as in revealed, can also mean being met with the older meaning of the term. It can result in getting hit in the head or worse. The life expectancy of a black transgender woman is 35. Getting clocked got these women killed. 375 transgender people were clocked and killed in 2021, the majority of them women of color. Imagine a world where it didn't matter. Any advancement toward justice began with an image of justice. Imagine, please imagine. Imagine with me like John Lennon imagined peace. Like slaves of all times and ages imagined freedom. Imagine the concept of a woman with a penis and a man with a vagina, and nobody cared what clothes they wore or what their jawline looked like. I dedicate this snippet of wishes to my late great friend and comrade for equality, Jerry Marie Lysagang, also known as the mother of Connecticut's transgender movement. Jerry Marie had a PhD in physical chemistry. You would never know it, as you saw her go about her daily life like Jesus, walking and living among those who struggled to read, eat, have shelter, and survive. I can't count the number of times she took money from her pocketbook to pay for a motel room for a sex worker in danger of being killed. She saved lives, fed the hungry, and clothed the naked. She lost her business and all of the Fortune 500 clients when she chose to present and live as herself, as the woman she was born, a woman with a penis. She was the first person to say to me, "My gender is between my ears, not between my legs." She chose life. I wish all pro-lifers understood this meaning. Continuing to pretend and present as male meant another night with the barrel of a gun in the mouth, the emotional roulette of life or death. Understanding the science of her time, she chose to reject hormone treatment and its side effects. She did not concern herself with people's judgments as she worked for justice for all. She marched and fought for racial justice, immigrant rights, you name it. She put her body and her money on the line. In one sense, she was easily clocked. She moved forward in women's clothes and a wig, knowing that a jawline or physical frame did not begin to define womanhood. She once said to me, "I'll just forever be a woman with a penis." In that bold sense, no one could ever clock Jerry Marie. She was and remains my dearly beloved role model and inspiration. This is Regina Dighton for Journey Writers Word of the Month.
Each month, Journey Writers Word of the Month airs exclusively on WQTQ-FM. On the show, we explore the changing way that we use words. We look at words that have had one meaning but are now being used in a different way. Using poetry, short stories, essays, and commentary, we share our thoughts about the language we use every day. We'd love to hear what you think. Do you have a comment you'd like to share about one of the words we've explored on Word of the Month? Maybe you've been thinking of a word you'd like us to explore. If so, please let us know. Or perhaps you've written a poem, short story, essay, commentary, or original song that you'd like to share. If so, we'd love to hear from you. Visit JourneyWriters.org and contact us at JourneyWriters@JourneyWriters.org. Tell us what you're thinking. Send us something you've written. Your words could be featured on a future edition of Word of the Month.
We hope you have enjoyed Word of the Month, presented by Journey Writers Incorporated. Our organization provides a safe, supportive space for writers and those who want to become writers to share their work and receive constructive feedback. For more information about Journey Writers, our twice-monthly workshops, and how you can participate in the Word of the Month, please visit our website at JourneyWriters.org. We'd love to hear from you. Word of the Month is made possible through a generous grant from the Betty Knox Foundation.